It is strange to see Singhu border without the tractors, trolleys, tents and langars that were here for over a year.
ये जो रास्ता आज खाली पड़ा है, एक साल पहले ऐसे था जैसे इसे भगवान की कृपा हुई होगी, जैसे भगवान आया होगी, क्योंकि अन्न गाने वाला सारा अन्न देवता बचता है ना, सारे मुल्क को खिलाता है, सारे जगत को खिलाता है, सारे अवाम को खिलाता है। जे किसान अन्न नहीं गाएगा तो कहाँ से आएगा अन्न?
We are at the now famous Kajaria showroom where the leaders of the Samyukt Kisan Morcha met for 1 year and where they are meeting again today for the first time after the protest ended.
But today's meeting is straightforward a continuation of what we did last month. When we lifted the morchas, decided that on the 9th of December, we did so on an assurance from Government of India. It was a written assurance from the ministry. They said they would with immediate effect remove all the cases against farmers, that states have agreed to pay compensation to farmers, that a committee will be constituted. So we said then that on 15th of January we will meet and we will review whether these things are done. Now it's for the public to see if any of those things have been done. So our topmost agenda today is to review, take stock of it and decide if those assurances have been met, and if they were not met, what do we do now?
I think it's a very difficult situation right now for the farmers of the country because the government has failed to keep its promise of forming the MSP committee for giving MSP to all farmers, and we are going to take a call on this today. Definitely there will be an action plan, but in a rejuvenated manner we have to see, because now the elections are also on and BJP is doing very badly as per the reports that we can see. But I think a larger question is that the elections did not, or the elected people did not decide the fate of the farmers. It is the farmers which have actually decided the fate of these 300 people. So 300 plus majority in UP and 300 plus MPs in the parliament, and they were forced by the farmers to go back. So this whole question of MSP, farmers' income and the gamut of wide number of issues that are related to this, including debts on the farmers, all this will have to be dealt with very carefully. I think we're going to make some plans how to do that now, because we have to start building up. And without that, as I get back to my old understanding, that the country economies cannot be saved by an investment-driven policy where you are trying to hand over all resources and markets to the multinational corporations. It has to be by a market-driven, purchasing power-driven economy where farmers' income is going to drive the economy and drive the growth of the country. So that's what we are looking forward to. Let's see if we can do something.
How do you feel about the unity of SKM?
Unity of SKM will be intact. Unity of SKM was never decided by leaders. Leaders belong to different streams of thought. There is the issue more in the media, and because some people have come forward to fight and others have not come forward to fight. So obviously it is apparent actually a division which is being seen and trying to widen the gap through propaganda. I don't think anything is going to happen.
Will we see another protest the size of what we saw last year?
A different form.
Any thoughts on what the form would be?
No, it will be a district level protest. What as I can see, it will be some level of protest. All India, that will be a build-up. That will be a start-up. So what forms it will take, because this movement was much Punjab-centered origin and very close to Delhi. I think the MSP question is a very big question. It involves about 70 crore, 80 crore people of the country. It is not a small question. Neither for the government nor for the farmers. We are also not taking it lightly. So we are preparing. I think something needs to be done on that.
Looks like a long haul process here.
Yes. And I am quite sure that Modi is going to see the rest of his tenure only dealing with farmers' issues. That I can assure you.
शर्म नहीं आती संसद में, शर्म नहीं आती संसद में, बैठे हुए प्रधान को नींद भला कैसे आती है। मेरे हिंदुस्तान को नींद भला कैसे आती है, मेरे हिंदुस्तान को।
What do you expect from today's meeting?
We expect that the Samyukt Kisan Morcha will remain united, first of all.
Do you see that happening?
Yes, I think it will remain united. It's an alliance, it's not an organization. So every organization has freedom to take certain decisions on certain issues. Same is with National Alliance of People's Movements of ours.
Behind that pink purplish cloth is where the SKM leadership is having their meeting. Every once in a while we hear lots of loud shouting. Sounds like people are coming to blows, but when you actually talk to people coming out of this meeting, they have big smiles on their face and they say, "Oh, sir, family discussion, nothing to worry about." Press conference at 5 o'clock, we'll see what happens.
संयुक्त किसान मोर्चा और राजनीतिक मोर्चा, हमने 13 महीने तक अपने मोर्चे में किसी भी प्लेटफार्म पे किसी राजनीतिक दल के नेता को नहीं आने दिया और ना ही हमारे नेताओं ने किसी राजनीतिक दल की मीटिंग में भागीदारी ली। ये जो निर्णय हमारे साथियों ने लिया गया है, ये जल्दबाजी का निर्णय है। संयुक्त मोर्चा उससे सहमत नहीं है और संयुक्त मोर्चे ने ये तय किया, जो संगठन चुनाव में गए हैं वो संयुक्त मोर्चे के हिस्सा नहीं रहेंगे। 4 महीने के बाद पुनः समीक्षा करेंगे हम और पुनः चर्चा करेंगे इस बात को लेके कि उन लोगों के साथ आगे का किस तरह का रिश्ता होगा। वो निर्णय 4 महीने के बाद होगा, लेकिन फिलहाल आज से और इस प्रक्रिया अगले निर्णय होने तक वो इस संयुक्त मोर्चे के हिस्सा नहीं।
पहला तो ये है कि हम 1.25 महीना तक हमने राह देखी। 9 दिसंबर को इस सरकार ने हमें खत भेजा था, जो हमने आपके साथ शेयर किया था क्या क्या वो करेंगे, और उसके आधार पर 11 दिसंबर को हमने इस आंदोलन को स्थगित किया और यहां पूरे मोर्चे के लोग अपने अपने घर गए। आज 15 जनवरी तक सरकार ने जो कबूल किया उसमें से एक हरियाणा में थोड़ा सा केस वापसी के बारे में थोड़ी सी तरक्की हुई है, वो भी पूरी नहीं हुई, लेकिन बाकी किसी भी मामले में कोई भी तरक्की उन मामलों को जो 5-6 मामले हैं उसके ऊपर नहीं हुई। एमएसपी कमेटी नहीं बनाई, बिजली बिल के साथ हमारे से चर्चा होनी चाहिए थी, वो नहीं हुई। पूरे देश भर में केस वापसी का मामला है, दिल्ली के अंदर है, केंद्र सरकार ने कई केसेस डाले हैं, पूरे देश भर में रेल रोको के केसेस है, तो इनके बारे में कुछ भी केंद्र सरकार ने नहीं किया। 31 जनवरी को ये जो विश्वासघात के खिलाफ का दिन, वायदे खिलाफी के विरोध का दिन, पूरे देश भर में संयुक्त किसान मोर्चा की तरफ से हर जिला हेडक्वार्टर, हर तहसील हेडक्वार्टर, इसके अंदर बहुत बड़े पैमाने पर संयुक्त किसान मोर्चा के सभी संगठन मनाएंगे, बड़े बड़े प्रदर्शन होंगे और इस मोदी सरकार के पुतले को फूंक दिया जाएगा। ये पहली बात है। दूसरी, दिल्ली में भी जरूर होगा। दूसरी बात, लखीमपुर खीरी के बारे में जो आपको बताया, ये बहुत ही शर्मनाक बात है। अजय मिश्रा टेनी आज भी केंद्रीय मंत्री रह चुके हैं, उनको एक्चुअली जेल में होना चाहिए था। खून के आरोप के ऊपर, षड्यंत्र के आरोप के ऊपर आज उनके ऊपर कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुई है। और कार्रवाई किसके ऊपर हुई? हमारे 12 किसानों को आज जेल में डाला है। ये लखीमपुर खीरी के मामले में एसआईटी का रिपोर्ट आया, उसके अंदर क्लियर बताया ये कोई एक्सीडेंट नहीं है, वहां बताया ये पूरा षड्यंत्र से ये अजय मिश्रा टेनी, आशीष मिश्रा इन्होंने किया है। एसआईटी का रिपोर्ट आने के बावजूद आज इस प्रकार का ये कर रहे, इसीलिए राकेश टिकैत जी के नेतृत्व में संयुक्त किसान मोर्चा के हमारे सभी साथी 21 जनवरी से ये पूरे लखीमपुर खीरी में जाएंगे, हमारे सभी उनको मिलेंगे और वहां से एक पक्का मोर्चा शुरू होगा। ये जब तक हमारी लखीमपुर खीरी की मांगे, अजय मिश्रा का इस्तीफा, उनको बर्खास्ती और उनके ऊपर 302 की केस, हमारे किसानों के ऊपर की केस हटाया जाए, ये सब जब तक नहीं होगा तब तक ये आंदोलन जारी रहेगा। और जैसे युद्धवीर जी ने बताया, 31 जनवरी को अगर सरकार ने ये सब मामले के ऊपर कोई तरक्की नहीं की तो 1 फरवरी से लेकर मिशन उत्तर प्रदेश और मिशन उत्तराखंड बिल्कुल जोर शोर से संयुक्त किसान मोर्चा बड़े पैमाने पर शुरू करेगा फिर से। ये भी 1 फरवरी से हमने निर्णय आज संयुक्त किसान मोर्चा में लिया है।
How was your day?
Energetically spent 6 hours.
We heard a lot of shouting inside. Can you tell us about that?
No, these are expressions. These are passionate expressions. They have come out of a victory of such a big movement. People are passionate about the next steps. So there are some agitation.
You sound like you're defending a family fight.
No, I'm not defending anybody. There is a difference of opinion, and there is no defense of that, because SKM is a front of people from various tendencies, and they take differing views, and each view is subject to review. So there is no question. So there are some issues. Certain things have happened in a certain manner, but that doesn't mean that that is the final word. So a lot of things will come up. A lot of things will be reviewed, and immediately what is important are these steps. The steps of the agitation on 31st, of going to Lakhimpur, of supporting the 23rd, 24th strike, and of taking a further action in Lakhimpur, because BJP government is in quite a bit of trouble politically in UP, and one is not very sure how they are going to react. Election mode has set in. Movementary mode definitely has taken a back step in this phase. So under these conditions, for farmers organizations to react, those who are actually to spend their time and all their energies on building agitations, this is not the best time for them also. But it is a good time in the sense that we can explain to the people the issues. So we want to do all that, and let us see how it comes in politics. These are moments. You know, you have heard some shouting, so you are asking. But even if you have not heard, I would have told you that. I told you before in the morning also, there will be some agitated movement, but it will calm down. So there are some decisions which I think will be reviewed.